Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I have one clock that says 8:03 and another that says 8 o'clock. So I'm going to stick with the one that says 8 o'clock. I want to thank you guys for dropping in real quick with me. This is going to be brief. I just wanted to show my face and chat with you guys a little bit and just share some things that were on my heart this week, actually the last few weeks, and how these three oils specifically, and also these three words, are related to that. So I'm going to wait a couple more seconds to see if anyone else is going to jump on, give them an opportunity to do that, and then we'll get started. So if you need something to drink, go grab some water or whatever you would like to drink, and maybe a notebook in case you hear something that you need to remember later on in the week. Hope you guys are having a great day today. It was beautiful, beautiful weather here in Maryland. So I hope wherever you are, you had a good day. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to get started now. So the reason why I wanted to jump on tonight was to send some encouragement out to whoever is following my posts. For the past couple of weeks, I've been posting words that you might have noticed: self-love, wellness, comparison, belief. And all of these words are connected to your wellness journey. And eventually, they're going to be brought together into a resource for you that I'm working on that will help you day by day and have something tangible that you can hold with you to help you through your journey. But for right now, I wanted to focus on three words that have been resurfacing for me in the last couple of weeks. So it's passion, it's motivation, and serenity. And it was interesting that each one of those words, each one of the meanings behind those words are encapsulated in an essential oil that doTERRA provides. So there is passion. Now I know with Facebook it's going to be reversed. So that says passion. And passion is known as the inspiring blend. Then you have motivate. And that's the encouraging blend, right? Then the last one is serenity, and that's known as the restful blend. Now, passion, motivation, and serenity. Personally, I need all three of those to stay on the course that God has me on for my future. I need passion for what I'm doing, passion to fuel me in my everyday activities. I need motivation for the same thing, to remember why I'm doing these things. And then I need rest, serenity. And after doing all of those things, that I've done the best that I can, that I've given out what I'm supposed to have given out. And now I am to rest in those things and be patient. So I want to talk a little bit about the essential oils first. Okay? So the Passion Blend with doTERRA, known as the Inspiring Blend. And I'm reading some notes that I have. So if you see me look down, that's what I'm doing. Now this blend has a spicy smell to it. It's not overbearing, but it's an interesting smell to it, and I like it. So it's a spicy scent to it. And doTERRA states that Passion Blend will help inspire creativity, ignite a passion for life when there seems to be little. Now, I use that blend specifically when I have times of doubts about what it is I am doing and why I'm doing it, and if I have what it takes to do that. Pardon me, someone rang the doorbell. So I use passion. I'll dab it on my wrist, a little behind my ears, and I will remind myself that you need energy to keep going. You need energy to believe in the gifts, talents, and abilities that you've been blessed with, and you need to keep going. There's a reason for it. You need to keep going. So passion really helps me to remember that I need to continue to be inspired, continue to be creative, and keep believing. So that was the front door. That was the front door. Someone just rang our doorbell. The passion blend is very helpful for me because I'm telling you guys, all the posting that I'm doing, all of the ideas that I have for you to provide something for you, at times it can be overwhelming because it's so much that I want to do. There's so much that I want to give, and in the midst of feeling all of that and then still, working at a 9 to 5, I have a family, I have other responsibilities outside of that. There are times when the creativity ebbs and flows, it fluctuates. And in those times when it's low, I am thankful that I have a resource like this essential oil to pull on to help me reignite my inspiration and get right back in there so that I can do a Facebook Live with you guys, or I can post something encouraging, or I can just be present for those who are in my life right now that are directly around me, that I can give some inspiration to, because you cannot pour from an empty vessel. So if I want to give inspiration, if I want to give some type of creative gift, I have to have it within me first to give out. So this blend helps me with that. Let's see. So there's some tips that they provide you. And let me tell you, doTERRA is very, hey Claudia, thanks for joining me. doTERRA is very intentional with their information. If you go to the doTERRA site, either mine or the overall doTERRA site, and you type in passion, there is so much information there on this blend. I mean, it tells you the science behind the oils that they put together for this blend. They'll tell you some tips, some DIY tips, some insights about the oil that you may not know that will be beneficial to your everyday life. So I encourage you, the oils that I mention in my posts or that you see pop up on my Facebook feed, I challenge you to go to doTERRA's website and look up the oils and see all of the information that they have there for you. In case you have questions that you haven't reached out to me about, you can go there and find it all for yourself. I mean, the science behind the oils, I am not a scientist and I don't claim to be, but there is science behind why these oils are in this specific, sorry about that, why these oils, I'm getting excited because this is why I am connected to this company. The science behind the oils that they've chosen for specific blends, the science behind the oils themselves and how they are extracted from flowers and plants and all of that stuff that is just mind-blowing. They have it there for you if you want to know. So you have to do the work to go there and look it up, and it is there for you, and it can reassure you that what you are investing in, it truly is valuable. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. So I want to share a few of the little tips that they have about passion, right? Some benefits and uses. So there are times where, I don't know, if you're sitting at your desk and it's kind of like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock time period in the day, and you're almost about to check out. Like, okay, I'm this close to leaving, but I still got a couple more hours to go. I need something. And you might be tempted to run to the vending machine or to go get another cup of coffee because you just need something to get you through until it's time to go. I reach for this, right? And I put 2 drops in my hand, rub it together, and I smell it and I take it in. And at the same time that I am taking these oils in through my nose, scent, in my mind, I'm speaking words. You are creative. You are inspired. What you have within you, others need. I'm speaking words to complement this oil that is there to help me with creativity and inspiration. So words are very important. You will always hear me speak about words and what they mean and why they are important and that you should use them often. Okay? So that is the big benefit for the Passion Blend. It ignites and reignites your creativity and your inspiration for your day. If it feels like your day is the same thing every day, you get up, you go to work, you go to lunch, you go back to work, you sit in front of the computer, you go home, you cook food, you go to sleep, and then you get up and do it again. If that is how you feel with your day, this oil can help you. And I know that it helped me because when I decided to take my business to another level, to not just casually share what I'm feeling and what's in my heart, but to actually produce a product, the wellness toolkits that I launched a couple months ago, to produce a product, to share about oils, to share the emotional benefits of oils with doTERRA. When I decided to take that next step, I really needed some inspiration. I needed something that would remind me and keep me going throughout the day as all these thoughts were going through my head, as all these schedules needed to be coordinated. This oil was there to help me remember that you have something. You have something that is needed. Keep going. And do it with passion, with energy, and believe in what you're doing. So that's what the Passion Blend did for me. Now, the next oil that is, I love this oil. I love this. It's Motivate. And Motivate is known as the encouraging blend. Now, this oil is a mint and citrusy smell. So mint and citrus are energizers. They perk you up, right? And that is what this oil does. I mean, passion helps me to get reconnected to my creativity. Motivate, on top of the passion, jump starts my energy. It literally opens my eyes more to be more present and to be more energized and be fully engaged in where I am right now. I'm getting excited just talking about it. I'm telling you, when you smell it, the mint and the citrus, it just, let's go. Okay, that's the thought. So the Motivate blend, according to doTERRA, helps you when you have little inspiration, when you have minimal confidence, and when pessimism is kind of stepping up in your life. Now, all of those things happen when you lose focus on your why. Okay? When you're just going through life and you don't know why you're doing the things that you're doing, you lack confidence. You lack inspiration. You become pessimistic. So this blend will help you refocus and get back to center and remind you, hey, this is why you're doing all of this stuff. And you need to stay in there, right? A lot of times we look for motivation outside of ourselves, right? And I'm a believer that everything that we need is already within us. The spirit of the Creator is already within us. So everything that we need is there. We have to do the work to connect with it and pull it out and give it out, right? The Motivate blend helps me with that. Every single day, each and every person that is looking at this and that will look at this will need some type of motivation to take that next step. In whatever you're doing in your life, you will need something to remind that thing within you to keep going. Now, there are going to be times when you're not going to have someone to speak into your life, to call you at the right moment, to send you a text at the right moment, to say, hey, you just crossed my mind. I want to encourage you, keep going. It doesn't matter what it looks like, keep going. There are going to be times you won't have that person to do it. So you need resources. You need a plan for your own life that you have control over to go to remind you to keep going, to encourage you to keep going. Now, I do my best to be that external resource to you, that you can come back to my page and see words of encouragement, words that will help you, I pray, when you need it most, that I will be available to you, or words that I have said in the past will be available for you to pull on. But if not, having a tool and a resource like an essential oil that is geared towards encouraging you when you need it most is very beneficial to have in your toolkit. All right, so that is the Motivate blend. And with all of these blends, I'm going to try and type it on the page. You can go to doTERRA, type it in, and find out all of the information about these oils, the oils that are specifically in the blends, because with blends, it's not just a single oil. It's a handful of them. So like for Motivate, you have the key ingredients are peppermint plant, clementine peel, coriander seed, basil herb, yuza peel, melissa leaf, rosemary leaf, and vanilla bean absolute. So that's just an example. And then you can find out all you want about those individual ingredients on the website if you are so interested. All right, so now this final blend, Serenity. I mean, the name alone gives you an idea of what it does. Just saying the word serenity brings down any anxiety, any worry that might be going through your mind, any concerns. It brings it down. And that's why I use that blend. I use that blend a lot in the evenings when I am attempting to get my mind to settle down, because anyone who knows me knows that my mind is always going, what about this? What about this? Did I do this? What about that? And it just keeps going. So in the evenings, if I want my body to fully recover and repair from the day's activities, I need to rest. And a lot of times we think because we sleep, we are resting. That's not the case. Your body might not be moving, but your mind is still going. It's still turning. It's still worrying. That you have dreams that are worrisome instead of peaceful, restful, encouraging dreams, if you're a person that has dreams, right? So, reading from their information about Serenity, so Serenity is interesting. Serenity has the oil. They also have capsules that you can take internally. And I use those when, let's see, like if right before I'm about to take an exam, because some of you know that I am also studying for my architectural license, right? So before I take an exam, I will use some of those capsules to take internally, and then I will go to bed. And I'm telling you, it's safe to use these essential oils and the herbs that they combine with them. And you can go on to doTERRA's website and find out everything that is part of the capsules. And I'm telling you, it almost immediately brings me down. And you don't feel any adverse effects the next day. You don't feel drowsy and sluggish and all of that kind of stuff. I wake up energized and refreshed, and I mean it's amazing. I'm telling you, it's really amazing. So Serenity is just what it says. It helps to bring relaxation and calm to your day. Now, I have not experienced personally using Serenity during the day causing me to be sleepy. it does not do that for me. It does calm me down. And I would go onto the website and research that if, you see some things in there that will cause you to be concerned about taking it during the day. But for me, I have not had any negative effects with using it during the day. If I just use like one drop, if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm feeling just wound up, that helps me tremendously to come back down. So those are the oils. So I want to talk a little bit about those words in your everyday life. If you're going to live a life of purpose, if you are going to live a life of intention, and if you are going to be deliberate in reclaiming your wellness each and every day, you need passion, you need motivation, and you need serenity, you need rest. Okay? There is a lot going on in the world right now. And there's a lot of people, from what I've been seeing, there are a lot of people who are desperate, who are grabbing and searching for significance and purpose and a platform to share what is going on in their heart. And there are times that can be both positive and negative, right? So when you're living in a world where you have so much tension and so many people fighting and vying for a position, and you are not sure yourself where you belong, you can get tossed around in the middle of all of that commotion. And what has helped me a great deal in not being caught up in all of that is knowing exactly who I am, and I base who I am on who God says I am, right? You have family who may try to tell you who you are. You have friends. You have the society at large. You have your school, your peers, all these people, these systems telling you who you are. And none of those external systems matter. The only thing that matters is who God, who created you, says that you are. And that you believe that over all the other noise. And there may be people who truly think they know you. They've just had experiences with you. That is not the totality of who you are. Those are just the experiences that they've had with you to this point. So you cannot, and you should not, allow that to dictate and shape who you are right now. There are so many possibilities for your life. If you just believe first that there are possibilities for your life, that what you have lived up to this very moment with us sitting here on this Facebook Live, what you've lived up until this moment was one possibility, and that past this moment are other possibilities for your life. And to believe that they are there, that they are good, and that yes, I can have them. So a big part of what I am here to do is to remind you that your dreams are possible. They're not just dreams that you have, you put up on the wall, oh, that's nice. No, they can actually happen for you. And they can happen right now if you believe that. Now, I'm not here to tell you that it's simple to go from unbelief to belief. It can be. But for someone who has always allowed walls and limitations and opinions to block their vision, it's like just literally doing this. When you've always allowed those things to block your vision, it takes time to dismantle and pull down all of those belief systems that you've allowed to dictate and to shape who you are. So that is why it is vitally important for you to have tools and resources to help you every single day. I've learned over the last year or so that every successful person that I have been observing and following, they have daily intentional actions that they take without fail. There's not a day that goes by that they don't do it. And that is what has kept them on course and helped them to be successful. And when I saw that, and then I looked at my own life, how I was able to change my life, change the way I thought, change the way I looked, change the way I felt about myself. There are things that I started doing every single day that caused me to get to where I am right now. Okay, so that was my heart and my motivation behind coming on here tonight, just to encourage you guys to believe in the possibility of your dreams and to take daily intentional actions towards them. The reason I created the Wellness Toolkit and the Self-Love Wellness Toolkit is the first one I created. The reason I created that was because looking back on my journey, I realized that I had a small group of things that I did on a regular basis that helped me to become well, right? Words that I spoke every day, oils that I used every day, journaling that I did every day, listening to certain audios and reading certain books every day, looking at myself in the mirror every day and speaking life to myself, speaking truth to myself, and loving myself intentionally. Look at myself in the mirror and saying, I love you. You are awesome. You are loved. You deserve every good thing. Looking at myself every day and doing that. And I decided that, you know what? If this blessed me and changed me, I'm telling you guys, it was a 180 change. People see me now and I don't look the same. And it's not because physically I've, lost weight and that. I don't look the same because in here is not the same. So what I'm giving out is something different that was there a year ago. And it's all because of the daily intentional actions that I do with my words, with my thoughts, with my body that has caused this change. And if that is something that you want for yourself, there is something out there that can help you. And I can help you and walk alongside of you as you are journeying to your ideal wellness. Because we all have our own different ideas of what wellness looks like, what wellness is for us. And that is what we should keep our eyes on. Not anyone else's journey, not anyone else's ideal of wellness. That's what my comparison post was about. So a lot of times we get derailed and never reach our goal because we are measuring our goal against someone else's goal. And that will always derail you. You don't do that. That's apples and oranges. It's two completely different vessels, two completely different beings with different purposes. So your only comparison is what you did yesterday. That's the only thing you are competing against. Be better than you were yesterday. So that is what I want to leave you with tonight, guys. I encourage you to go to my website to subscribe and sign up. I'm going to start providing content for my subscribers there, more so than I have been doing with my social media, because those are the people who actually say, yes, I will journey with you and I will follow you on your website and I will allow you to help myself get to the wellness that I've been dreaming of. So I would encourage you to go to my website. It's in the bio on Facebook, so you can click on there and subscribe, and you'll get a quick free ebook with some quick tips from doTERRA on how to use some of their oils and what some of the oils mean. So that'll be a free gift for you if you go ahead and subscribe there. And that's really it, guys. If you have any questions about any of the oils that I mentioned, or if you need encouragement, I want you to write it on the bottom of this Facebook Live comment. And I'm going to contact you directly if you do. Because I know everyone out there needs a little bit of encouragement at some point in their journey. So that's it. Claudia, I thank you for hanging in there with me. And I pray that you guys will have a wonderful, restful, and peaceful evening. That you enjoy whatever you are deciding to get into tonight. All right? Have a great night. Goodbye.